Dave and I have been trying to get back up to the James River for a couple years now. One Saturday in June, with the river running about 6.6 feet, we made it happen and made the trip up to Richmond. Dave called Karl, who he had just taken his L4 certification course from, and we all met up to run the downtown section of the James.
Flexible, yeah. Come on up. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Yeah, this is why we catch. Damn ready.
We put in at the Reedy Creek boat access and then paddled across over into the main channel of the James. As we paddled around, it quickly became apparent that these guys had paddled the section a lot and were very good. Both Dave and I had decided to paddle our Braps today. The guy in the Liquid Logic Blue Party Brap showed us exactly what we need to get to with his really nice boat control and paddling ability. So it's my turn, and I don't charge the wave enough. I come in too low and just slide right off the back. Dave then comes up to show me how it's done, just eases right in and starts a nice little surf. Good job, Dave. And here we are playing in the boogie above Corner Rapid. Just kind of come over here, ease into this little pocket, and have a nice little surf. Coming into Corner Rapid here, I was listening to the beta and ran it a little quicker than I was expecting to, and a little quicker than Karl was expecting me to. And here we have Dave coming down, showing me exactly how to run Corner Rapid and eddy out right below the rock. Here I am practicing some eddies. Unfortunately, my boat angle was terrible, and I got blown out and just went right across down the river. Here we are lining up to go over Hollywood. It's a class 3 plus rapid. It's probably the biggest rapid on the James River here. I was getting a little beta on how to run it, and I'm getting ready to follow Dave down.
You went a little to the right.
Yep. All right.
So after seeing where Dave went, I went a little bit to the left, went right over the crest of the wave, which is exactly where I wanted to, and then got to the bottom and didn't paddle. Fortunately, I was able to roll up the second time and continued on down and eddied out below Hollywood. And I'm heading out here, getting ready to start down to the bridge. Unfortunately, I am trying to avoid this rock here on the left. I don't get nearly enough speed as I'm going through, and just plunge right down into that little bitty hole there. No consequence, but I do need to work on getting my bow and keeping my bow up out of those features. And here we are floating under the bridge, the pedestrian bridge. Everybody's kind of cooling off, got their hands in the water, just kind of chatting around, floating down the river.
Seems like first tile water.
And since it can't always be whitewater,
Really? Oh yeah, there was like some free.
unfortunately, as you can see here, and for the rest of the videos, I got a little bit of water behind the lens of the GoPro, and so it's a little frosty. So here I eddy out behind the pylon, try to take Dave out. Sorry, Dave. And then work on the ferries across between the pylons. This one was terrible. Didn't hold my angle, got blown out. Moved down the river a bit. Came up to the next one, reset my angle, and had a much better outcome. This one was much better. I had much less work to do. And so when you do it right, it's almost effortless. Since everybody else was headed down towards Pipeline, I decided to go ahead and follow. Luckily, I missed the Lowhead Dam off to the left that Dave is going to point out here in a second.
Ow.
As you can feel and hear, I tapped my stern as I went over the edge there.
What's that? Oh.
As we float underneath the bridge here, we come into the run-in to Pipeline, which is the last major rapid on the James. Plan was to catch a few eddies on the way down and then hit Pipeline and play around there for a little while. We're coming into Pipeline Drop here, and as you can see, I'm eddying out behind this big rock, which was my plan all along. What I didn't notice on the way down was right here, you can see the red thwart of a raft pinned against the rock at the top of Pipeline. Karl, though, on the other side of the river, does see the pinned raft and eddies out below the rock to investigate and see if he can't work on freeing it.
That looks kind of nasty. It's a little bigger than last time we were here. A little bigger than last time we were here.
Out here, it dawns on me that something's not right, and we should probably just stay put to see if we can't help out from this side of the river. Dave and I continue to hang out at the eddy while the rest of the crew makes their way up Pipeline to see if they can help out with the raft recovery. After the yellow full slice was removed from the top of Karl's boat starts to rock back and forth. And eventually ends up sliding off the back.
Oh. Chase the boat.
And with Dave and I in perfect position to save the day, we take off to go rescue Karl's boat.
Yeah.
Got it.
With Dave towing the boat and me taking care of the paddles, we started the process of returning Karl's stuff to his side of the river. However, we had to wait for Richmond Swiftwater Rescue to join the scene. With all the gear recovered and stowed, we decided to join them up on pipeline to watch the recovery.
Is there anything else? Thanks, man.
What's up? Which focus? I think we might get lower with more of us. It's always been my belief.
Definitely. I think. Well, that's what they're. Problem is, I don't think it's.
With the additional carabiners, this allowed Karl to attach another set of ropes to the raft.
Thank you, man.
And then, just as we were making some real progress,
It's hard because we don't want to like block the whole.
That's a good point.
We've had that conversation before.
That's a good point.
It could be good, but
No, that's a better point.
everyone that's come down has to come.
Yeah. Is air coming out of it?
We should try to lift it up, honestly. From there. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
it was about this time we learned that the pen draft was from the county fire department and swiftwater rescue, whereas the Zodiacs were both from the Richmond fire department and swiftwater rescue.
Climb up and over.
Yeah, I guess so.
That wasn't that bad.
And then, of course, we had the obligatory stand around and chat for a few minutes while we recollected the gear and packed up and got ready to go.
Parts of the river, and sometimes it's the same parts of the river.
They get more people to stand around.
Well, 2 ropes broken, that's pretty impressive. A fun lap with a non-traditional ending? Yes. Think that was a roll like?
So this was the end of our James River trip. Definitely wanted to thank Karl and crew for a great time on the river. See you guys. We'll do it again.